Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm working in the garage again. It's not been snowing for almost a week now, I think it is. And we're getting a couple flurries today, and I think we're supposed to get some more snow Wednesday, but it's been really nice out. It's been in the 40s most of the 4 days or 5 days, whatever it has been. So it's been a nice little break and get a little bit of sanity back. Today I'm going to be going over the thatcher that I built for my lawnmower. I built this I think about 6-7 years ago, something like that. I am not sure on how long ago it was, but it was a while ago. And it works really well for what I need to do. I'm not into the walk behind thatchers that just make a big old huge mess of the lawns. Some of them do, some of them don't, but if you get on the lawn a little too early and it's a little wet, it makes a big mess. So that's why I have the thatcher on the front of my mower, and it works out well for me. I did not want to spend $600 to $700 for one that I could make myself, and I just went on the internet and copied the one that I liked the most, and I just blew it up, and I knew what the size was, and so I just took measurements from the screen of my computer and made it myself. The one I copied, I believe, was $800 with the way they had it all set up, and I made the whole thing myself for under $100. And I'll just show you the measurements and everything that I did on it. And I have to change a couple things just because the lawnmowers have changed from when I first built this to the one I have it on now. So I will go over how it looks and how it sets up here, I guess. And the first thing is how it looks on the front there, I guess. That's how it's in a transport position. That way I can just pick it up, move it around the yard, and what I have is on the handle, which I just kind of stuck it on there for now with a chain going up to it so I could sit in the seat and pull it. So from in the seat, all I have to do is grab the handle, pull a chain, and then lower it. And that's how it sets. I guess I should also go over why I'm changing things around. Since I changed it from my old mower to my new mower, it's a little harder to pick up. And it's harder to pick up because I had to extend this out. So as I extended this out, it got heavier and it gets a little harder to pick up. Originally, I made this thatcher to go on the front of my Skag that I had before, which was a Freedom Z. So the Freedom Z, the space you see I have right here, is the space I had with the Freedom Z. But as you can see, the tires are sticking out where the other mower was. The other mower didn't have this, it was a straight bar across. So the plate that I made up there is about the same, and that worked out okay. This is going to be a little shaky because I'm having a hard time. Sorry about the shakiness, I'm just having a hard time getting all around all this stuff without making things moving everywhere. The problem I'm having is when I back up and the wheel goes like that. It binds and it can't straighten out. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to grind all these welds off and move this bar over to here. I just have to move it over so it goes out actually a little farther than that, so this bar will be sitting on the inside of this. Now we should not have any problems. Okay, the width, the inside bar is 46 inches. So that puts the outside of 48 inches. The reason why I made the thatcher 48 inches is so it was close to where the deck width was. So when I'm going alongside of a building or alongside of a flower box or something like that, I wasn't hitting that, and I was watching where the deck was because I'm used to where the deck is at. So that's why I kind of made it easier for me. Okay, the arms are 32 inches long. Okay, these arms here are 24 inches long. After I welded this frame up, I heated this and bent this arm at a 22.5-degree angle so it was inside of this frame. If I would have had bigger wheels on it than I do, I probably would have made this arm right here a little bit longer and bent it in a little bit farther, just to keep it inside of that frame. Now as far as the tines, I got them from our local New Holland dealer. They have them right there on the shelf. Their farm equipment there. And this is a little bit of a play in there, which I didn't know if that was going to work or not, but it ended up working just fine. So when I back up, these go forward and it helps clean the tines off. And I just used 1-inch black pipe, which I could have gone with something that was the outside diameter of 1 1/4 inch, but this is all I had at the time. I wasn't running all over the place trying to find what I needed, so I just got this, and it was just cheap. And then this outside right here is just 1 1/4 on the inside. And so this pipe was a little loose in there, and I just took a PVC coupler and just shoved that in there, and it works out fine and drilled a hole through it. I did all that. I did the whole thing because I thought I was going to take it apart, because I didn't know how it was going to work out until I started using it. Well, I started using it and I didn't take it apart, and I've just never finished putting it together the way I completely wanted to. So since it's been that way for so long, I wasn't going to change much. Now that's on a different mower, I got to change some things. Also what I did is I made shims up. I kept shimming this front up until I got the wheels the height I wanted. And it ends up being it's the same width as this 1x2 tube steel there. And I just gotta cut another piece and put it on there, but unfortunately I've been moving my garage around so much and cleaning things, I have no idea where there is another piece at, and I don't even know if it's in this shop anymore. And since this is so heavy now, this handle is going to be eliminated this year. I am going to be mounting a winch on the front of that, and it'll probably be sitting up a little bit higher, so I could pick this up and lower it with the push of a button. And I'm just going to put a small ATV winch on there. As of right now, I am not going to cut any of this up or take any of this off, just in case something happens and I can't get back to it. At least I could still use it. So that's the same thing with these. I will not be pulling them shims out until I get the winch mounted. That way I can just cut everything up and use that, because I'm sure I'm going to end up using this whole bar right here just to mount that. I'm going to put it on a receiver hitch in the front there, and I'll be making a video of all that, how that works there. Okay, I'm also going to show you how easy it is to unhook with this thing. So I usually just pull it up in a trailer and unhook from it when I got to do something else, and then I'll get started grinding on this. And that's all I have to do, and it's done. take the front set of tines off just to get to the welds underneath here. Let's see if I get this busted loose. It's on there pretty good. Not bad. Welds don't have to look pretty to hold. Now that I've got everything all cleaned up, all the welds all cleaned off, the welds held a lot better than I thought they were going to be holding. So let's see what I've got going here. This is what I've got right now. I'm about ready. I got it clamped off in the back. Yes, them are wood clamps, but that's all I had. And this right here, from this pipe, or this 1x2 to the outside there, is 19.5 inches. In between these is 7.5 inches, and then 19.5 inches out to the side again. So I am going to put a tack on this one and make so it doesn't move, and then get over and clamp this one up and double measure it and put a tack on there and then weld it all up. Okay, it's all squared up. I'm going to weld her up. Okay, it's all welded up, put back together. Let's hook her up again. Okay, so what I've been doing, when I want to transport it and get more room in the trailer, I've just been kind of picking this all the way up. And what have I been doing? Yeah, okay, I've just been picking this all the way up, looping my chain around through. Okay, it took me a while took me a couple seconds to remember that, but that's how I transport it in a trailer. I just want to eliminate this chain and this bar. Because with the bar, you can see there's a bolt right there that it's always going to hit. So I just want to eliminate all that, but I'll pick this thing almost straight up. And then I almost forgot to show you the welds. Like I said, they're not too bad, they're not perfect. Okay, that project's done. See that? Yeah, you can see that. I just wanted to point out the helmet that I'm using is just a cheap $20 helmet I got off of eBay, free shipping. I've had it for, I don't know, I've had it for a long time anyhow, and it quit auto darkening today. And I was looking at there's no extra batteries you can put in there. I think just the solar part of it, I think just quit working. So I noticed that on the first weld. I guess I should have said that. So what I had to do is, I know it's not the best thing to do, but I didn't want to go buy another one. I just put my glasses on and then put the helmet on. Wasn't as dark as I wanted to, so I had a hard time seeing everything. But I don't care how the welds look like, as long as they hold. I don't care. It's not in production, and not everybody's gonna be looking at it, so it doesn't matter to me. And as far as the welder goes, the welder's just a Firepower FP130, and I bought this welder with that tank. I needed a MIG welder because I was tired of taking everything to my buddy's house, so it's things that I can be welding up. So I just I went on Craigslist, and the guy was selling the whole thing for $250, the welder and tank. So the tank itself is worth $250, and I figure when the welder goes bad, I'll just replace the welder. Well, I've had that for at least 10 years, I'm thinking. So I'm not worried about it. It does what I need. If I was doing a lot of fabricating and welding every day, I don't think that would work well, but it works good enough for me. One thing I wanted to mention on these lawnmowers is when we're working on them through the summertime, unlike what it is right now in the wintertime, it doesn't matter how long it takes. In the summertime, no matter what you are doing, make sure that lawnmower is not disabled so much that it cannot cut grass. If it is a large project that you need to have done, and it's going to take a couple days, try to plan your days around that, because nothing worse than getting behind because of a broken lawnmower, or a lawnmower you can't cut grass with because it took longer than you thought to finish the project that had to be done on it. So since my helmet's all junk, it ain't gonna work, so I'm not gonna be doing a whole lot of welding until I get another helmet, which I'll probably just get another one this week probably. But I am going to be ordering a winch for the front. I'm just gonna get a light ATV winch. Probably all depends. I found them on Amazon for like I think they're under $150, and it's a 4,000 pound winch, so that should be all I need to have just for this lawnmower. So it's just picking that. The winch is just going to be picking up the thatcher, and then every now and then when I get the lawnmower stuck, which I usually get that stuck about a dozen times through the year, so it'll just all help out, make things easier all the way around. One thing I wanted to mention on these lawnmowers is when we're working on them through the summertime, unlike what it is right now in the wintertime, it doesn't matter how long it takes. In the summertime, no matter what you are doing, make sure that lawnmower is not disabled so much that it cannot cut grass. If it is a large project that you need to have done, and it's going to take a couple days, try to plan your days around that, because nothing worse than getting behind because of a broken lawnmower, or a lawnmower you can't cut grass with because it took longer than you thought to finish the project that had to be done on it. So since my helmet's all junk, I guess it ain't gonna work, so I'm not gonna be doing a whole lot of welding until I get another helmet, which I'll probably just get another one this week probably. But I am going to be ordering a winch for the front. I'm just gonna get a light ATV winch. Probably all depends. I found them on Amazon for like I think they're under $150, and it's a 4,000 pound winch, so that should be all I need to have just for this lawnmower. So it's just picking that. The winch is just going to be picking up the thatcher, and then every now and then when I get the lawnmower stuck, which I usually get that stuck about a dozen times through the year, so it'll just all help out, make things easier all the way around. That is going to be all I am going to be able to do for a video for today. I'd like to do a lot more things, but it's weather's preventing me from doing a lot of stuff that I want to do. But I'll just do my best to make what videos I can make, and it's mostly going to be I guess fabricating and repair stuff here, and there's going to be a couple other things I want to make, but I'm just going to do what I can do. It's the snow, it looks like again Wednesday. They keep changing the weather around here, so looks like possibly some snow Wednesday, so I might be able to get another plow video out. I'm not sure on that. So as I am making, or as I am doing things on these mowers, at least I'll be doing that part. I know not everybody likes watching them, but I'll do the best I can just to make it a little interesting, because some of the stuff's kind of boring to some people like it. So that is going to be the end of my video for today, and everybody have a good evening.